So Sony opened up with Quantic Dream's new game.
They did.
Is it called Beyond?
Beyond. Beyond.
Two Souls?
Two Souls. Yeah, what was that about? Two Souls, they never even addressed that.
I got a theory. Ghosts.
Well, here's the thing. So, Quantic Dream, I've never, they do good games. They look awesome.
Like Heavy Rain?
The faces always look good. Something about the story always feels weird to me, like the way characters act.
Like the way Indigo Prophecy ends with aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the trailer looked really cool. It looked very action-packed, so I'm interested to see how,
The last part of it looked action-packed. The first was
the
really
trailer,
slow.
not the demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer looked action-packed, so we'll see how it actually plays.
Yeah.
And the gameplay is always weird, so we didn't get to see any of that.
There was no quick time button presses at all.
No.
So
I feel like we should get this out of the way too,
yeah.
Tim.
Ellen Page.
Ellen Page.
Right. Last of Us.
She looks a lot like Ellen Page in the game.
Yeah, she does. It's because it is Ellen Page.
They began the press conference with Ellen Page, and they ended
with Ellie with The Last of Us. And then they rolled right from Beyond into the All Stars, the Battle Royale, and they revealed. So basically, it's the same stuff we've seen, like same characters. And then they revealed.
Not impressed with that game.
No, not so far.
Nate Drake.
It's
you can say the other
Nate
one.
Drake. Oh, and Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for saving it for me.
Yeah.
I love saying the word Big Daddy, mostly to you. Yeah, I think you and I are both totally unimpressed by that game. Like, we both love Smash Brothers. We played it for, was that 30 hours or something?
32 hours.
So clearly, I don't think we'll be playing Battle Royale All-Stars.
I have no interest in playing that. No interest in playing that for a Guinness Marathon, or even a non-Guinness Marathon. Even just like half an hour.
Just casually when it comes out?
Yeah, casually.
I guess we'll see.
Big Daddy, cool announcement, probably the coolest announcement regarding that game. And then they had the horn ceremony, if you remember that, the Sony horn ceremony.
Yeah, there was that time when we were just trying to, do a quick little talk about Sony's press conference, and then everyone decided to hit their horns at the same time.
That was pretty good.
There was a lot of fanfare, unlike the Wonder Book, which...
oh my gosh. That was probably, would you say, the worst of any press conference here today? Maybe the worst announcement?
That I've seen.
Yeah.
And it was like 15 minutes of just people trying to waggle their
and it went on forever. It was probably the longest press conference announcement.
And the other thing is...
And okay, J.K. Rowling, cool. That's cool. I'm on board with that. I like Harry Potter. Game does not look interesting.
Well, the whole thing they're talking about is trying to get people to read. There was no reading that I saw. Not only were the small amount of texts actually there, it was narrated.
Yeah.
Like, all of it was narrated by this British dude. So that was ridiculous. And there's the part where she's like trying to make a 4 for way too long, and trying to tilt a book up a little bit, and then fire goes through it. And
we should turn the page on this one, Tim. Let's move on.
Speaking of turning the page, the history books, turning back the history books to the American Revolution. In Assassin's Creed 3, they got an extra demo that they didn't show at Ubisoft, which
already looked awesome at Ubisoft.
Absolutely.
But then you're like, I saw a ton of this game already, and then they showed it again at Sony, and you're like, this still looks awesome because they showed different stuff.
But we got the boat action.
Yeah.
So we got to see Connor in
as
the 3-point beaver hat. He's at the tiller and he's taking the ship and sinking other ships, and they cut it off right as soon as they were about to board the other ship. It looked awesome.
But it still looked awesome.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Assassin's Creed fan, but that game looks amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, so I was already bought into it. So I'm glad that you think it looks awesome.
And speaking of buying into things, they're gonna hit you with a Vita bundle that has, I think it's supposed to have Assassin's Creed Revelations.
People are trumpeting about this.
Listen, this is such a cool idea.
People are roaming the streets
Los
right
Angeles
now,
Fire Department is coming
wild.
to E3 right now to shut this down.
I heard about this. We got to get over there. There's a fire going on.
And we need to liberate those people from that fire.
Yeah.
Much like the new female protagonist.
Much like Connor. The
yeah.
PS Vita one.
What's
her name?
It starts with an A. Why would you ask me the name? Listen, it was just revealed today, man. Lady.
Ellen Page.
Lady Assassin.
Yeah.
So, Ellen Page Assassin? Page Assassin, like the people trying to play Wonder Book. And then they also showed God of War Ascension. Totally underwhelming.
I'm a God of War fan. I think you are too,
Me too.
Right? Yeah. Something about this one, it looked like just a level of the game, which obviously, okay, it is a level of the game. But when they usually show off God of War games, usually it's this big epic moment. They pick out the right element, this is going to really show off and impress people. This was, yeah.
The one thing, the standout thing that it seemed like they were trying to drive home was that weird stasis field after that structure collapses, and then Kratos lifts it back up and then he climbs on it.
That actually looked really cool, but they weren't talking about it, so you have no context for like what this power is or how often he'll use it or what he'll do with it.
The application was totally underwhelming and just like, okay, I guess he can get up there now.
Sure.
The climbing elements of and like platforming in God of War's never been like the focus, so that didn't really draw me in that way, you know. But it's exactly like you said. There's no context.
But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it like I should be looking forward to a God of War game.
Like God of War was this sort of, you know, humdrum kind of, okay, it was all right. Move that aside. Last of Us. Naughty Dog comes on stage.
Awesome. I think that was probably of all of the things they showed, probably the best. Like
they did that weird thing where they dimmed all the lights and you just heard the audio, which I think is cool because when I was on the cover story for The Last of Us, they were really emphasizing the audio, and I think turning on the lights and hearing Ellie and Joel run through this hotel building and get into the hotel plaza, it kind of emphasized how important the audio is. And then rolling into that demo, what's cool is how impactful that was, I think, is due to just complete silence, you know? You just hear their footsteps, you hear the guys rummaging around,
and you've been a big proponent of Last of Us for like a couple months because you went on the cover story trip. And
yeah, and like
I think we all like thought it sounded cool and reading about it looked cool, but I think we're finally able to sort of see through your eyes, like actually seeing it in action. I'm like, okay, this does look really awesome. And it's just super brutal. Like what's his name, Joel, like running in there, like slamming dudes in the throat,
just like
neck
hitting
him over the shoulder, like hitting him over.
And then he takes the
table,
pistol whips him.
Yeah, and Ellen Page comes in and stabs the dude in the shoulder. Like
that was something I was thinking about. Is how when we went on the cover story, we saw you know, everything that Brian wrote about in the cover story was a live demo, and it looked great, but you guys didn't get to see that. They didn't actually release that publicly, really. And so now finally everyone gets to see what The Last of Us is all about, which is there was no fungus monsters. No one's talking about the fungus monsters. And it still looks awesome, which makes it even cooler, the fact that we have not seen like the initial draw for the game at all. So we already got this great foundation for like probably one of the better survival games that I've ever seen in development, and we haven't even seen like the most terrifying element of it.
I wonder if they'll just like hold off on showing that ever until the game comes out, and then people just experience that part of the game for themselves.
I would be so down for
That'd be actually kind of cool.
Yeah. And the way they end it, like he's got the guy down on the ground, he takes the shotgun away from him, he's grabbed it like, nope.
It was more brutal than God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I'm super excited for that game.
I think between Ubisoft and Sony, I think they nailed the press conferences.
They've taken it so far.
But
best of the show.
We got Nintendo tomorrow to look forward to, so I guess we'll see. But
yeah. In the meantime, let's go eat some curry and try to run into Ellen Page.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, high five.
Right.